Hi, it's Carly. I wanted to show you how to create a mastery path in Canvas. The purpose of this is to allow different students in the same course to complete different assignments based on their individual goals. The benefit is that it allows students to be working at multiple levels in the same course. And students only see the assignments for their mastery level, and the grade book is populated with the assignments in the individual student's mastery level. There's several steps to make this happen. It's worth it in the end, so hang with me here. The Mastery Path toggle must be turned on in Settings and then Feature Options. So if I go to my class and I go down to Settings and then Feature Options, I want to make sure that I've toggled on the Mastery Path. The next thing I want to do is I want to edit every assignment that I'm going to put in there, so that instead of saying that it's assigned to everyone, I want to do the drop down there and choose Mastery Path. So I've done this for most of my assignments that I'm going to use for this video, but I did leave one so I wouldn't have to, so I could show you one of those. So when you're going into your assignments, if you have a lot of them like I do, it's nice to use your search tool. So I know I want to do this for the 94 quiz 8. So I'm going to type in 94, and that will just at least limit down some of it. Here's my 94 quiz 8, and I'm going to put that in my mastery path. So I'm going to go to Edit and then More Options. And then when I go down here to Everyone, instead of having everyone, I'm going to choose Master Paths. And then I also want to change this date while I'm here. And now I'm going to save. And it's going to say, hey, it's not going to go to everybody now. And I'm like, I'm good with that. So I click Continue. So that's that step. So I set the toggle, and then I go in every assignment. I have to say, make it a mastery path and not everyone. And now the longest part is creating a prerequisite quiz that will sort students into groups based on a score or a range of scores. So let's go in and do that. I have one started just so we wouldn't have to watch tediously me do the whole thing. You're going to click on Quizzes, and then the one that I was working on, I have an unnamed quiz. I'm going to continue to edit that. And I'm going to call this week 7. What are my assignments? And then I'm going to give them a prompt. I'm not going to type all that out right now, but I would say, like, complete the quiz to unlock your assignments, and then this will not affect your grade. So this. Blah, blah, blah. So I don't want them to panic and go, oh no, it's going to, change everything. It's not. So then I'm going to write my questions. And I have my questions, a couple of them written. The first one just says, I am completing Math 96 this quarter. If they answer that, it's a 10-point question. True or false, they get 10 points if they say they are. I'm giving them points so that I can sort them according to the levels that I give. For Math 97, I said that was 8 points. How I'm going to create a new question is just click on that. I'm going to call this Math 94. Instead of multiple choice, I'm going to do true and false. And I'm going to say I am completing Math 94 this quarter. Everybody has to know what class they're completing. I'm going to say that this is worth 6 points. If this is random, whatever points you want to give it, I could give it 1, 2, and 3. So now I want to make sure that if that's true, then they get those points. I'm going to update that question. So now I have my 3 questions. That's going to sort them into mastery paths. Now I'm going to go into my mastery paths and say what the cutoff is. So remember, my 94 students were going to 6 points. So I'm going to say that if this goes up to 7 points. That way anything from 0 to 6, which there should only be 6, would fall into this category. Then 7 up to, and the second group was 8 points. So if they score above 7, they're in the second group. And then the last one was 10 points. So I'll say if they score actually from 9 up to 24, that's my cutoff. So that's going to make sure that 6s fall here, 8s fall here, and 10s fall there. And that's just, I picked those numbers randomly. Okay, So now I want to add into each of these something that I want those students to do. So for the Math 96 students, I'm going to add homework assignment 9A. Now earlier I went in and made sure that it said mastery path and not everyone. So you got to make sure you do that. So that's going to be what's going to come up for them. For the other students, maybe that's going to be 9B. And for my 94 students, remember I said that was going to be quiz 8. And whoops, no items found. Let's be a little less specific here. Let's just do 8. There's it's actually 94 quiz 8, so that's what I want. All right, so now I've added those. I have my questions, I have my numbers set, I have what's inside each of those mastery levels set. So I'm going to save that. I have to still give some better directions than I did, but now I'm going to go ahead and publish that. And then I'm going to go into my modules because I can't add something that's not published. So the way this thing didn't work out, I don't know. So I'm going to go into modules. And earlier I started creating this module, which was week 7, and complete the quiz to unlock your assignments. So I have assignments for 94 people, for 96 people, and for 107 people. I don't have a group for 97 because I wanted to show you how to do that. So click on a plus and go to text header, and this is going to be Math 97, week 7, and then this one's a little different because these are always in addition to Math 96. So they're going to always do the 96 work plus sometimes additional work. And then I'm going to move that up here. Why is that happening? Here, and I'm going to publish that. So I have these just so I can sort things. Now, I have to put in here all the things that I put into my mastery quiz, but first I'm going to put in a mastery quiz. So I'm going to go to quizzes, and I'm going to find that mastery quiz, what are my assignments for week 7, and that I'm going to put at the top. So when they get in here, they'll see that what are my assignments. They also have Math 107 as activities down here, and so that's okay. I want everybody to see those activities, but I only want them to see the homework from my math lab for the one that they qualify for. But I need to put in those 3 things that I added earlier. So I'm going to put in assignments. I have homework 9A and 9B, and 94 quiz 8. I just held down the control tab so that I have all 3 of those selected at once, and then hit add item. Now, just for my own peace of mind, I like to organize things under the header that it goes to. So for 96 we did 9A, for 97 we did 9B, and for the 94 students we're going to do this quiz for chapter 8. Now I have created the prerequisite quiz. I populated those mastery paths with assignments for each group, and I created a module which included that quiz and the assignments that put you into the mastery paths. So now I have everything in there, and I see all of those things when I go in here. But if you went into student view, which I have another video for the whole student experience, but I want you to see in the student view, we don't see the same thing as a student that we would see as the faculty member. That student would have to take the quiz in order to see the different assignments that are in there, and they'd have to score into the particular group to make that happen. So down here, when I go to the very bottom, here we go. Week 7, what are my assignments? They will just see this is locked until you've taken this quiz. And then one of these three things will be populated. Notice that I put 107 in for everybody, so that's visible from the beginning, but their assignments here have to be unlocked. All right, have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you next time.